Ooh, this water is shallow. California Ford, how you doing, sweetheart? Or should I say California wifey? Walk your dog. That means you're going to be live too, probably. Most popular dog on YouTube. This water is extremely shallow over here. Too tired to go live this morning. Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. I hear the geese are going crazy out here right now. I'm looking to see, this area is so shallow right here. I don't think there's any fish in this corner. I do not see any. We're going to have to take a little walk. Walk around this way, see if we can find some deeper water and or fish. It is getting time for the spawn to start, so I was hoping I could find a bed. See a couple spots right in here that look like bedding areas. That's right here by a grassy area. See if anything moves towards it. Huh? Nothing right in there yet. I don't know about Dale Sr., but I appreciate it. I may intimidate a bass or two today. I try to leave racing for the professionals. There's my truck back there. Nice Dodge Ram, 2019 model. 2019 Dodge Ram, Lone Star Silver Edition. Black Money Cool. What's up, brother? Fish. Fish on, fish off. I think he came back and got it again. Jesus, I missed him a twit. What? What is wrong with this hook? It's pointed enough. Fish on, fish off. Fish on, fish off. Gotta love it. Let's get back out there. 351 Cleveland, what's up, buddy? Black Money Core, I'm assuming this Iran, Israel, whatever war is going on right now, gives you plenty of stuff for your channel. There's a good one. Ah, he's small, but he smacked that bait. Good Lord. He inhaled it too. Whew. That hook is way down in there. There we go, got it out. First fish of the live stream, y'all, right there. Huh. The blitz, yes. I know, right? I'd say this guy's about 3/4 pound. If I had to guess. This ain't the best scale in the world, but I don't know if you can see that. It's 7.3. So, like I said, 3/4 pound. 2/100ths of a pound off of 3/4. That ain't bad at all. Tremaine White, hello, how you doing? Nice to have you here. I will say I do want to keep all of our service members and everybody in the Middle East in thoughts and prayers. I hate what's going on over there. I mean, if the worst thing we have is high gas prices off of it, it's kind of bad for everything, but I will say I am very sorry. I understand why when the leader of Iran was over there killing his own people, but yeah, very sad situation. That's all I can say. And that's what I'm gonna leave it at for today. No, I got it right on the tip of the rod. The reel I'm using today is a ballast reel. I am sponsored by them. If you go to ballast.com, use code BF10, get 10% off of your order. And it is a paid sponsorship, so I do get a little bit of money off of the order too. So that's why I had to put that there was a paid sponsorship in here. I did get to click that link today. Hey, Corner Cobalt Clubhouse. What's up, Marky? How you doing, neighbor? It will be around the 1st of April before we get... It'll probably be April before we get back up your way, sir. This weekend, we're not going to be doing much of anything besides working around the house. Then the next weekend, I think that's the 18th, 19th, 20th, or 20th, 21st, 22nd, something like that. Me, Coastal, and Panda are going down to Atlantic Beach, Moorhead City area, Bayboro. We're going to be spending some time on what North Carolina considers the Crystal Coast area. There is a flounder season. I think it started at midnight last night and goes for the next 2 weeks. Victor, this is a family channel. Please keep it family appropriate, sir. Hey, Avid, how you doing, sir? Now it's time for me to back my brakes off so I can backlash since Avid is here, so he can pick on me some. I am using a Rage Tail Lemon Pepper Crawl or Chartreuse with Black Flake. Me and Coastal and Panda went to Bass Pro Shop. This is a bait that Panda picked out for me a couple weeks ago. Oh, I do have great moderators in here that if you say anything out of line, they will put you in timeout. They won't exactly hide you right away, but they will put you in timeout for the first offense. Second thing said out of line, yeah. Unless it's completely way out of line right off the bat. We are in the mid 60s, low 70s for this week. Probably low to mid 50s at night. So these bass should start moving up pretty quick. Starting to find places to bed and finding places for them to get ready to spawn. And that's what I'm out here looking for, is any fish that might be getting ready to spawn. I know I see some of the geese are starting to bed up, or nest up, should I say. So if the geese are nesting, then the fish won't be long behind them for their spawn in this pond. Ah, I just had one. That was a hard hit too. I pulled it right out of his mouth. I have to cast back out there here in just a second. Hey Curtis, how are you doing? Hey Adam. For those that are new here, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe. I appreciate it. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a giveaway at 2,000 yet, but I very well may. But if I do, you're going to have to be a supporter of the channel. And you're going to have to make sure that bell notification is turned on so you'll get the notification when I do the giveaway. I've got a package from the last giveaway that the person never sent me their mailing address, so I can re-give that away. And actually part of that I'm going to start using here shortly, as it's getting warmer and warmer, and wonderful mosquitoes and gnats and everything else start coming out in North Kakalaki. I am in eastern North Carolina, for those that don't know. Born in the foothills of the mountains and grew up on the coast. I would actually need your address anyway, sir. I've got a devotional book I need to send you. Fish on. Another fish about 3. Oh, he got off. Oh, and another one bit it as he got off. I had 3 after it. And this one I think was a little bigger. One got off and then this one bit it as soon as it came out of the other one's mouth. That was pretty cool. I wish I had video of them fighting over it. This one attacked it in the other one's mouth, knocked it out of that one's mouth, and he got hooked. That was pretty cool. I had 3 fish after this one bait right then. I think he's going to be about the same as the other one. 0.73. Now I will say, I don't know if y'all can tell, but this bank here is very steep. It's probably about 6 or 7 foot straight down. So I do have to toss these fish into the water. I do try to get where they land head first or snout first and do a dive. Just off of the bank, it drops off to about 4 or 5 foot deep, so they do not hit the bottom. Let's see if I can catch one of them other 2 or 3 that was after it right then. Because like I said, I had like 4 fish coming in at one time. That was number 2. Lance McCool guy. Who's that character? What's up, Lance? Long time no see, sir. Lance, I was in one of your live streams the other day, and I could not comment to save my life at all. Did Dave come in here and I miss him? Hey, Dave, how you doing? I missed Dave coming in. I'm sorry about that, Dave. I apologize for missing you, sir. Yeah, Lance, I was in yours the other day and I was commenting, nobody was talking back, and yeah. I backed out, went back in, and all my comments were gone. I don't know what was going on. All right. Right now, yeah, different type of backlash. I got wrapped up around the tip here. I couldn't reel anymore. Pin, how you doing? That last comment, I'm just gonna call you Ping, Pang, Pin. Lance, give me just a little bit as I get more and more confident with my casting. I'm backing this brake system off a little bit. I am casting into the wind, so give it time. There'll be a backlash here shortly. Hey, Jennifer. Felmar, largemouth bass is the targeted species. There is a chance of a catfish. Maybe a yellow perch, but I highly doubt it because I'm using a Texas rig. Oh, fish on. Little fish. Little dude. But hey, he smoked it. These bass are aggressive today. That's a little baby, y'all. He might be a 1/4 pounder with cheese. I do have him. Whoa. About to catch a backlash here if I ain't careful. Yeah, when I say 1/4 pound with cheese, he's 4/10 of a pound. So 0.25 would be 1/4 of a pound. He might be a 1/4 pound with 2 slices of cheese there. My biggest personal fish that I have ever caught in my life was a white marlin, about 45 miles off of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. He came up, started hitting on the teaser. I picked up a rod that was in the floor of the boat. I was able to free bail a ballyhoo out to him. I saw his bill open up, saw it close. Captain said, wait five seconds. Cut the free spool off and hold on tight. That white marlin was probably close to 6.5, 7 foot long and probably close to 200 pounds. That was for saltwater. Freshwater, my biggest fish, which around here we have a lot of what they call adjonomous fish, where the saltwater fish will come up the rivers to spawn. I've caught striped bass upwards of 60 pounds, just under the state record for a striped bass. Second biggest would be the catfish that's on my, if you go to my channel page, the banner of the cat has a catfish up there. That is my biggest freshwater catfish, which was a channel cat right out of this pond. He was right at 30 pounds. Hey, Chef, how you doing, sir? My biggest largemouth ever was 13.2. I was 15, 16 years old, so been 30 years ago now. Do not have a picture of that fish anymore, unfortunately. Caught him on a spinner bait. This pond here should be in pre-spawn. There you go. Professional overrun, y'all. Not quite a backlash, but close. Like I said, I was going to keep messing with these breaks till I got one. Lance, I hadn't seen that yet, buddy. I've got me a Iwata air compressor. I've got me a airbrush. I've got some paint. I need to get me some baits. I need to get me some I need to get some baits, and I need to get some epoxy that'll work, or clear coat. If y'all type the word backlash, Nightbot should drop your link. As you see, it did for Lance McCool guy there, I believe. When he mentioned me in the comment. You can also type the word weather and your type weather in your zip code or location. And it should help you out. Lance, right now I've got a bunch of baits in my Temu cart. I just haven't ordered them yet. Because they got, Temu has right many baits up there that are blanks. And you can get like 25 or 30 for like $5. So I'll probably do that first. I know they're going to be cheap baits, but yep, got me another professional overrun, y'all. Like I said, as I got farther down this way, messing with the brakes and this wind, I was going to start doing this. I can't leave well enough alone to where I don't do it. Hence why my screen name is Backlash Fisherman. I was out with three guys. First time casting adventures, Mr. Clyde, Paul Man Basson, who we're trying to get back into YouTube, and HK2 Productions, who we're trying to get back into YouTube. And I think out of 100 casts in 30 minutes, I had 99 backlashes. So that's where they kept saying, when you gonna start filming? When you gonna start making a channel? And that's where Backlash Fisherman evolved from. Lance, I was at a pawn shop and they had a Iwata air compressor with all the hoses, and they had a airbrush there that the compressor and airbrush, it's not an Iwata, I can't remember what the airbrush is, but they were only asking $40 for the whole setup. Was I expecting to get into bait painting? No, but for $40, I couldn't pass it up. Yep, that's where I got my airbrush paint from, was Hobby Lobby. I've got black, I've got chartreuse, and like a gray color. Fish on. Little fish, unless he's running at me. I think he's running at me. Little though, still. Oh, he got off at the bank. How did you get... I never got a good hook set on that one. He bit it and ran at me, y'all. I'm sorry. Another one on very next cast. As soon as it hit the water, I must have landed on a bed over there. That is the area they like to bed in. Oh yeah, that might be the nicest one of the day, y'all. He might be over a pound. There we go. Let's see how much this one weighs. He's He's going to be close to a pound. I don't know if he'll be over, but he'll be close. Uh-oh. Tear. .93. So like 15 ounces, y'all. You can't get much closer to a pound than that. Hey, at least y'all know I know how to call weight pretty good on bass. The one that I had to cast before that may have been a half a pound. So I was kind of glad that one got off. So I could go ahead and get that 1 pounder up here. Yeah. I haven't quite gotten to a point where I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to paint at. If it's going to be in my back room on top of the desk. But if I do that, I need to put some paper down on the desk. Because it's an old antique teacher's type desk. That was my granddad's. When he used to teach high school, and he taught commercial fishing 101 and carpentry classes. He's the one that also taught me how to fish commercially, and they had a house on the water, and I've got pictures of me sitting on his dock in diapers fishing. So that's where my love of fishing comes from. And I really don't want to mess up that desk. And I don't want to sell it or anything, because good Lord, that thing weighs 5,000 bajillion pounds. It is a solid wood desk. I figured being over here on this north side, during this time of year, this side of the pond gets more sun, because as we get more into winter, the sun's more to our south. So hopefully this will be the side I can start seeing a bed or two, or seeing fish move up on. I've already lost count of how many fish I've caught. Donation, I am monetized, so if y'all would like to drop super chats or gifts or anything, donations to the channel are very much welcome. I do appreciate anything like that. Or you can type PayPal. Nightbot will drop my PayPal link. That goes directly to me. Any gas money to help fund fishing trips is very much welcome. Matter of fact, I reached the threshold to be paid out last month, and I didn't get paid out, so I need to go on Studio and figure out what's going on there for the payout. This is a little raised tail crawl. It's a chartreuse pepper flake. One of my most favorite crawls to use. This water is somewhat clear, so I can see it pretty good most of the way out when I cast. As y'all can see, my truck back here on my shoulder. Panda funds. Thank you, Avid. In 2 weeks, I'm taking Panda down to the beach, and we are going fishing off of the pier at Atlantic Beach. It's called Oceana Fishing Pier. Me, her, and Costa are going to spend the weekend down there. Hopefully get her to the aquarium down in Pine Knoll Shores, and hopefully take her to a place called Golfing Dolphin to do some putt-putt, and a place called Mac Daddy's to go to an arcade and ride some go-karts. There is one of them zip lining places there. Don't know if she can do that or not. But I do appreciate the funds there, Avid. "37 minutes in." Here in a little bit, I might walk back to the truck and switch out to a lipless crankbait and walk down this far side over here. Walk down the side where my truck is and go in front of my truck with it. There's a lot of grass in that deeper little hole over there. Try to run a lipless crankbait up over that grass, see if we can get anything to come up and hit it. Right now, I'm casting towards here and working it back to me off of the point. There's a deep little hole on this side of that point. I'm trying to see if I can't get a fish to bite off of that point. Pat, good morning. St. Augustine, Florida. Very nice area. I've been there before. Bread lover, hello. Hey, it's Tiffany. Hey, Tiffers. I'm going to work my way down this bank a little bit farther. See if I can get a fish or two more. She probably just woke up, Avid. I might need to turn the camera around so y'all can see me better. That sun back behind me is, whew. Let me get on the other side of this camera here. Turn y'all around this way. Might be a little better. Sorry if it's not level. Yep, Panda is at school right now. Next week, Panda will be home. She has spring break next week, starting Monday. Ah, did I miss him? I had a fish and pulled it right out of his mouth, y'all. Rico, what's up, buddy? How you doing, Mr. Rico? Oh, fish on. He just stopped it dead in its tracks. There we go. How? This poor guy hooked him on the outside of his face. I don't know how I hooked him like that, but there's that one. He's another, probably 1/2 to 3/4. 0.62 pounds, so like I said, half to 3/4 of a pound. A little over half. Not too bad. It's your birthday. Oh, so you finally made it to 29 years old, Tiffany? She don't look like she's a day over 30. But happy birthday, Tiff. Right up on that point. Start bouncing it back off of the point and see if we can't get a fish. 43? You don't look a day over 33. How am I 2 years older than Tiffany? I'll be 45 August the 31st of this year. And then Coastal's birthday is September 11th. August 9th, me and Coastal would have been married for 18 years. Poor girl. Ooh. Let's see, can we get the turtles? I don't know, can y'all see the turtles right there? Or a turtle there? Maybe you can see a turtle came up to say hello. He's going back down. Avid, just because you were around with Jesus, we can't help that, buddy. You can't help it. You've been around since Jesus. Who was that just came in? The wild huckleberry. Good morning. How you doing, Huckleberry? If you're new here, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. I am trying to hit the 2,000 mark. Sounds good, Lance. Biggest fish so far today has been like 0.93. So right at a pound. Awesome. I appreciate that, Huckleberry. I do have about 4 or 5 videos from last year I still need to edit. I just swallowed a gnat or a mosquito. I should have wore a hat today. I was hoping I would see a fish on a bed, but so far I've not seen any bedding fish yet. I see beds left from last year, so thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that. I don't know what the water temp is right now, but a couple weeks ago I was out here and it was upper 40s. So I would probably say it's in the low to mid 50s right now. Paul, I am having a fabulous day. It's sunny, it's supposed to be mid-70s, and I'm catching fish. For y'all that are new here, and some of the older ones that don't know, I am having some medical issues right now. I am going April the 16th to have an endoscopy done. I'm on about 4 different acid reflux medicines. None of them are working right now. And the acid reflux has caused a ulcer or a lesion on the back of my vocal cords and Adam's apple up in my throat, they believe. So I will be having some medical procedures coming up. Hopefully we'll figure out what's going on and a course of action to get things taken care of. Country Life, hello. I am trying to catch largemouth bass. I don't see why that was here. 6 sturgeons, nice. I'm trying to catch bass, not ass. Sorry, my country accent gets the best of me, y'all. It can happen. Country as I am. I was born in the North Carolina mountains, just a little south and west of Charlotte, North Carolina. Fish on. I grew up commercial fishing, so I got mountainous country accent and commercial and North Carolina coastal country accent mixed together. That's the nicest fish of the day. And those two combined can make it hard for people to understand me. There we go, y'all. I think I finally got one over a pound. Huckleberry, that sounds like a good day. I do have Nightbot. If y'all type Backlash, Nightbot should drop your link for you. Let's see. Whoa! My broke tripod trying to knock y'all down. Sorry about that, y'all. This one was 0.91 pounds. So just under a pound again. You're the only Canadian here. A little bit. Let's see. Let's see if Backlash can get right down here to this dirt area to release the fish without throwing it. And not fall in the pond. Or lose my pants. But y'all can see how far down the water is in this pond. he goes. Hey y'all. The normal water level on non-drought time is normally right about here. It's probably down 3 or 4 foot from normal. We'll have to twist it where that back. I need a new tripod. I always call it Des Moines. Des Moines, Iowa. I don't know if that's pronounced right or not. All right, Vector, that's the second strike, buddy. Hey, go ahead and take him out, sir. Or Tiffany. One or the other. That is strike number 2. I got it right. Woohoo! Des Moines. Hey, the next town over this way behind me is spelled Conetoe. You would think it would be pronounced Conto, but it's actually Coneta. Don't ask me where they get Coneta from. Out of Conto. I grew up in a coastal town named Bath, North Carolina. It's actually the first incorporated town in the state of North Carolina, and it was an original colony of Bath, England. From the Netherlands. Nice. Well, that was a good backlash. That's why you retie when you catch fish. What in the heck happened? Well, I guess I'm going back to the truck, y'all, because I forgot to bring extra hooks with me. Huckleberry, I am in eastern North Carolina. Well, we got a few minutes. I got to walk back to the truck. I did not retie, and I've caught enough fish that the line snapped while I went to cast it. Always a fun thing. At least it snapped in and not with a fish on it. If y'all look, yesterday I dropped a couple of short videos, like 15-20 seconds long. Right over here, let's see. Right over this way across the field there, I am a volunteer fireman. I burned a house down over there yesterday for training. House was a little over 100 years old. Struts under the floor were rotten. Some of the ceiling was rotten. It would cost a lot more to fix than it would to rebuild it. Bullwhip casting. Yeah, something like that. Avid, not all backlashes are blow-ups of the reel. I have learned that over the last 4 years. Whew. Good Lord, this area over here is shallow. This is normally a good spawning area, but I don't see any fish out there right yet. Oh, I do see a fish there. There's one swimming across the corner. I don't know if I spooked him or not. There are some little buck moving up now into this shallower area. The way the wind's blowing, I can smell the smoke from that fire yesterday. There's one right there, two right there, paired up together. There's another one right there. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get in this truck and find me a hook and weight and everything that I need for a Texas rig. What's this? I think this is salt water, ain't it? Yep. Alrighty, here. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I always put a bead between my weight and my hook on my Texas rig. That way, the weight sliding up and down does not keep hitting the knot and damage it or pinch it in any way. That way, hopefully that bead is a little softer and won't break the knot as quickly. That's just me. It seems to work a little better. It doesn't affect the fishability any. I use a modified cinch knot. I go through the eye of the hook, wrap around the main line 5 or 6 times, go through the little circle at the eye of the hook, and then back through that loop you just made. Going back through the loop the big loop you made is what modifies the cinch knot in a sense. Otherwise it'd be just a regular cinch knot. But as you can see, the way this weight slides up and down when you're bouncing it, that plastic bead helps it not hit that knot continuously. Here's the baits I'm using. I am not sponsored by Rage Tail. As you can see, it is the chartreuse pepper. I call them lemon pepper. Thanks to, what's his name? He always talks about Big Bass Energy. Guy's name is Noah. I cannot think of his channel name right now. I know Fletcher they fishes with a lot. Kicking Their Bass TV. He found a, I think it was a frog that was a chartreuse with black dots on it by Lunker. I think it's by Lunker Hunt or KVD or somebody like that. And he caught a lemon pepper perch or something like that. And I've been calling this color lemon pepper ever since. ZA Lowland Nosesteed, how are you doing, sir? Or AZ Highland. Ronyo's Adventure, thank you for coming in. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I know I saw 3 or 4 fish up in this corner. Trying to look for them real quick. See if I can spot cast a bass. Did Misplaced Country Girl sneak in here? I don't see Denise. I see Tiffany. There's Misplaced Country Girl. Yeah, she did sneak in. 1 second, y'all. I just turned myself into John Parker. I was going to try using my sunglasses, but with my sunglasses on, I'm blind as John Parker, y'all. If y'all don't know who John Parker is, check out Real Time Catfishing. Heck of a man of Christ. Awesome Christian. Funny. If you ever need a laugh, check out John Parker, Real Time Catfishing. He will definitely bring a laugh and joy and fun to your life. These sunglasses are prescription for me to be able to see at distance. They are not made for me to see for reading. Thought I had a fish bite it. I guess not. Must have hit a. So I get to be like John Parker and switch glasses every now and then so I can read the chat. Hey, Jessica, how are you doing, ma'am? Jessica, this road right out here is Highway 64. So, right about an hour that way is her house. I am doing okay. I can complain, it don't do no good. I would say I can't complain, but I can always complain. I don't know if y'all take exit to get to Greenville for 64, but that's where I'm at. This exit here, if you go south, you go to Greenville. If you go north, you go to Oak City, Lewiston, Woodville, and Ahoskie. I'm throwing those raised tail crawls on a Texas rig. It's these lemon pepper I call them lemon pepper, they're chartreuse pepper. Raised tail crawls. I have it Texas rigged on a 4/0 hook, I think. 4/0 EWG, slightly offset hook is what I normally use. My reel is a ballless reel. It's the $45 ballless reel. It actually says that you should not be able to backlash this reel. That was their big selling point. I took them up on that challenge with the email. They sent me the code BF10 and a couple of reels and told me to have at it. And guess what? It has reduced my backlashing. So their reels do hold up to what they say. I am a true believer in what they said now. So I do support a ballless. Code is BF10 at checkout. And it is a paid it is a paid sponsorship. I will say that much. Well, there's a fish right here, but I can't cast worth the two. I cannot flip a cast. I'm sorry. I do get professional overruns every now and then, but as for a backlash where I have to sit here and pick it out, no, I do not get backlashes. Matter of fact, I wasn't too long ago, I had a couple of Shimano, I had a Corrado DC and a SLX DC I just sold because I couldn't fish with them. The rod that this one on is my favorite Big Sexy 7'3" extra heavy. It's for half ounce to 2 ounce lures. It's really a swim bait rod, but I love it for I love using it for Texas rig fishing or jig fishing. Fish on. Ah, fish off. I missed. I saw him eat it too. He picked that bait up, ran, and I pulled it right out of his mouth. But it happens. Hard to please guy. I know how to, but you can't catch them all. Otherwise it'd be called catching, not fishing. The fishing is the easy part. I am in North Carolina. There's a fish. I didn't miss that hook, see it? Kind of hard when they swallow it. He ate that. He ate that bait good right there. There we go. Lake Okeechobee. Woo! That's a good lake for monsters. I thought it was about 3/4 of a pound. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. 0.76. I got a better scale than this at the house. I walked right out and left it there. Okay. Because I didn't too long ago get a new scale from Bass Pro Shop. It's kind of like the Bubba scale style, but it was by XPS, which is the Bass Pro Shop brand. I also got these gloves for Valentine's Day. I'm not used to fishing with gloves, so this is new to me. Very, very weird fishing with gloves, but trying to not get cancer if I can in my hands. Thank you, Avid. He messed with the wrong Bigfoot. He messed with the wrong Christian Bigfoot. Oh, fish on! Net's cast. We may have found a school of them. He's small, but hey, he's a fish. What is it? I say dink lives matter too. He might be half a pound. He's more like a 1/4 pounder with cheese. I don't even think he would make a dink contest. And I might do a tourney-ettes tournament sometime soon. Where I do dinks only, 8 to 13 inches is all you can put into the tournament. Did my soft plastic just come off? No? Why is that out there floating? I swear it looked like my soft plastic. Must be a turtle. I don't know what that is. Must be a leaf out there. Avid, type in weather 27834, please. Ah, grass. Even with the extra heavy rod, I'm hook sitting grass. I got 11 awesome people in here still. 42 thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. This water is so shallow, about 20 foot from shore in, that every time I pick the bait up, it's going to the surface of the water. Let's see, what's the temperature out here today? Granted, that zip code is about 10 miles up the road from me. Nolan, I am using a chartreuse pepper raised tail crawl on a Texas rig. The reel is from abalist.com. I think the price point on this reel is like $45. Use code BF10, get 10% off. I see that. It didn't register. Well, you take weather wrong. That's why, Avid. You backlashed it. You silly person. There's only one W in weather. Can he boot the host out of their own live stream? No, because he's not that high up as a moderator yet. There's a fish coming at it. I saw a fish swimming around it. Where'd he go? Where did the fishy go? "72 degrees, 5 miles an hour. I thought the humidity was getting higher. And a good backlash, so you got to take the reel apart to get to it. It went between the housing and the spool and right around the shaft. Hey, it's Rustic. Hey, Rustic. That's why I have my best backlash so far today. Rustic came in. Jessica, my best catfish hook and line has came from right here. Actually, it was on that far over here where this tree line is. It came from right over there. Well, a piece of chicken liver. Almost 30-pound catfish. Whew, I've already been out here an hour and 20 minutes. Not bad, because I caught 5 or 6 fish so far. I don't know how many fish I've caught. I've lost count. Hey, it's a bluegill. First one of them I've seen in a while. And it's another backlash. Living up to my name now, y'all. It's always nice when they come in looking for backlashes. You'll find them here. This ain't had one I had to pick out yet. I've been able to pull them all out regularly so far. Whew, it's getting warm out here too. Fish on. Little guy. He hit and pulled a lot harder than what he is. This little guy had the heart of a 10-pounder. Hey, these fancy gloves were picked out by Panda. So, guess what? Whether I like it or not, I got to wear them. These fancy fish monkey gloves. If Fish Monkey would love to sponsor me, that'd be awesome. I did do a order the other day for some pesticide from Bug MD. That should be coming in for some bug issues we're having around the house. And if it works like it says it does, they have offered me a chance to become partners with them. So I will have to let y'all know how that turns out. That looked like a crappie jumped out there. That's something I ain't seen in this pond in a while. But I will say, normally I'm using baits that are too big for a crappie. Hey Fuzzy, how are you? Hope you're doing well today. Tender Love Panda is the nickname to my 8-year-old daughter, who has just recently now been labeled a high functioning level 1 autistic with ADHD. So we're battling that disability on a daily basis. So yeah. But anytime she picks a fishing, if I take her to a fishing store and she says, Daddy, you need this, or Daddy, you need to use that, normally I try to work with her. But I don't normally use gloves. I have in the past. It's been a while. But now that I've got a internal cancer scare, as well as I've had a skin cancer place cut off of my back recently, about time I start buckling down and battling against being able to get, I don't want cancer. I am a volunteer firefighter and an EMT, so I'm exposed to enough carcinogenics with firefighting. I don't need to increase that with being out in the sun. some of the times what works is what's different, I found. I don't know if y'all can see this drain tile right there. I'm gonna work my way down to it. Once I get there, I'm gonna swap out to a moving bait for just a little bit. Cast it around. Do a square bill bait. And cast it around, see if I can get a fish on it or two. And then it's going to be about time to go see about getting, let's see, 11:30. I got about an hour, about 30 minutes to an hour before I have to go worry about lunch and getting Panda from school. But right off the end of this drain tile over here, I can already see a spot that's cleared out, like there's a fish living in the end of it. That's awesome, Tender Love. My daughter loves anything that has to do with outside. Don't get me wrong, she loves to be sitting on the couch with her. We have one of our old cell phones that we could charge up, and she don't have service on it. She just has internet, so she can watch a few videos on YouTube Kids and stuff like that, or a couple of shows on like what is it, Netflix or something like that. We have a kids profile for Netflix where she can watch some of our cartoons and stuff. We have YouTube TV for kids where she has her own profiles on those, but we try to save those for rainy days. Uh-oh, backlash. Normally you don't have to thumb this reel. At least so far I ain't had to pick one out. If I come out here with chicken liver or a piece of chicken, yes, I will catch a turtle every now and then. I don't mind catching frogs. My daughter is deathly afraid of them. Fish on. Fish off. Dang it, I pulled it right out of his mouth. Didn't let him eat it long enough. But I do have a frog gig at the house. I haven't been frog gigging in probably 15 years. I don't like to being out at night on a boat by myself that much. Fish on, fish off, that's right. I wonder where DOT's going to be doing their work at over this way. When you have a pond with a lot of dinks in it, every now and then a 4/0 hook is a little too big. See some of the geese over there are starting to pair up with each other. Good Lord, I just realized how many turtles are on the bank over there. Hey Jerry, how you doing? I'm in the grass now. I'm getting into a little bit deeper water, so. Walleye Whisper Outdoors. Hello, thank you for coming in. Hey Brian. Brian Goforth. Let's see, Goforth. Wouldn't be with Goforth Pest Control, would you? Oh, there's the owner of the pond. Give me just a second, y'all. He kept going. I didn't know if she was going to stop or not. The owner just went by. Huh. That would be who does my pest control at my house. That's why I asked. If you're out of Greenville, you would have been to my house. If you're out of the Greenville, North Carolina office. Normally it's been Mark coming out. I've caught 6 or 7 so far in this live stream. They're few and far between, but I've missed a few too. Walleye, it does not get cold enough to go ice fishing here. I'm in eastern North Carolina. It's probably mid-70s right now. Avid, why in the heck are you typing? I know my backlashing wears off on people, but sheesh. I thought for sure this deeper water would produce one, but it didn't. You're supposed to do 834, not 843. That's gonna be a backlash right into the gust of wind. 27834. Louisiana. I like the TV show Swamp People from down there. Let's see, it's gotten up to 73. Still a 5-mile-an-hour wind, humidity 67. All right. I'm gonna walk back down here to this truck, grab my square bill, and see if I can catch one on a crankbait or catch a couple on a crankbait before I have to get off here. Yeah. A few weeks back we had maybe a 1/4 inch of ice on this pond, but it won't, we never have ice big enough to, thick enough to actually be safe in a sense. We never have safe ice over this way. I'm too close to the ocean. Hey, Nightbot dropped my merch link. I do have a spread shop merchandise store with some items in it. I'm gonna walk right over here to my truck real quick, switch out rods and baits and see if we can get a moving bite going. If not, I'm going home. We're gonna try though. This reel here is another one of the ballast reels. I love the wrap on it where it has all the different colors. I think it's a Strike Pro. Now I got I think this is a Academy Sports H2OX Sexy Shad square bill. And no, this is not a DC reel, even though it sounds like it. It needs some grease. Is what it needs. If I can keep this up out of the grass, I should catch a fish. But it did not stay out of the grass. Gonna have to walk down just a little bit. Cool. Tonight I actually worked from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. tonight as a EMT on a non-emergency medical transport truck. But I will definitely try to get through and see some people if I can. Be interested to know how many people I had to subscribe through this one. Y'all, I need 2 more thumbs up to hit 50 thumbs up. I think that'll be the most thumbs up I've ever had on a live stream. Can I get 2 people to hit thumbs up for me? I would appreciate it. I think I'm gonna have to take y'all on a little trip to the other side of the pond down there where it's deeper. This keeps getting down in the grass. Even though it dives like 1 to 3 foot. Oh, never mind. It don't get in the grass when a fish hits it as it hits the water. Bait landed in the water. I looked back to see who was chatting, and I heard the splash as he hit it. Voila, I'm glad I've been able to motivate you, sir. This rod here is a Bass Pro Shop Pro qualifier. It is 7 foot 10 inches long. I bought it as a swim bait rod, but in a jigging rod, for some reason, I had the littlest square bill in my arsenal tied to it. I have no idea why, but hey, it works. This is normally my top water rod. I got it for bigger swim baits. A couple ponds I've gone to recently, while I use a 8-inch Huddleston or some of the other swim baits that I have. I bought this rod for that. And I bought it for top water fishing for like frogs and poppers and stuff. This one might actually go down to the beach with me in 2 weeks for top water fishing on the ocean. That ought to be fun. I do kind of want to get to the 2-hour mark before hey, I got 50 thumbs up. Thank you, y'all. Coming in clutch. I appreciate that. Next goal will be 100 thumbs up. I don't think I've ever gotten that many. With my new work schedule and with the weather getting nicer, weather permitting, I'll be back out here on Wednesday morning. Probably about 9 o'clock in the morning. Try to get out here about 9 or 10 o'clock. Because I work 6 to 6 tonight, 3 p.m. to 12 tomorrow, and then 6 to 6 Wednesday night, off Thursday, and 6 to 6 Friday. So what I'm going to try to start doing is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, coming out here for a couple hours every morning while my 8-year-old's at school. And I'm going to try to do like NJ Fishing Maniac or anything possible. Start doing a consistent live stream and grow my channel that way. I still got 13 awesome people in here. Thank you, y'all. All right. Let's go over to the truck. Get a little bit of AC. And right down here, there's a driveway that goes out on a peninsula. I'm going to go on the other side of that driveway. That's fine, Denise. That's something we got to do this in the next week or two also, is get some seeds and get them planted so we can get them going. Who's that leaving? Paula! I didn't even know you were in here. How you doing, Miss Paula? Edward, thank you for coming by. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to start doing more and more live streams, probably 3-4 times a week. But for right now, we're getting ready to ride down the shoreline here. I got to figure out how to get y'all in the truck and not drop you. I've done this before, and I put the tripod on the back of the bed of the truck one day, drove down the pond, and left the tripod because it fell off the tailgate. I'm trying not to do that this time. Let's see. I'm gonna have to put y'all down right there. Maybe it won't fall. Keys are under my scale. Like I said, we're going to go up the pond just a tad. Not far. Not even going to get out on the roadway. Edward, I think I'm at 7 or 8 fish throughout the whole live stream. I'm moving down to a new area. A little deeper. See what we can catch down there. Whew. My truck shows it 66 degrees outside. I got a feeling the real feel outside is in the 70s. And I know something I left at the house, which is my water. Let's see, any fish in the corner I can see from here? Eee, there was a turtle. Saturday I pulled up right here where my truck's parked now, and the very first I saw 2 fish right up here by a bush and sight casting them and caught both of them on the first 2 casts. So that was pretty fun. All right, let's get y'all out of here. Bear with me just a minute, guys and gals. Well, I will say I wasn't expecting to be. Oh, there's a little fish right there. I was not expecting to be out here this long. No, I did not lock my keys in the truck. Back to liftless crankbait for a few minutes. Need to put some new line on this rod, or reel. Now I have one of them fancy trucks that can tell when the key fob's in it and it won't lock. computer on it is almost backlash proof. Uh-oh, man. Hey, I see a bluegill. That's something I hadn't seen in a while. Oh, that's a good sized bass there, cruising the bank. He saw me and went offshore. I don't blame him either. Want to look at me, I'd swim the other direction too. Alright, I'm gonna switch to a different. I got about 8 combos in my truck, y'all. So I can definitely switch things up pretty quickly. Ah, bait screwed up on me. It wrapped up on itself. This is one of the combos I had before I was sponsored. As you can tell, the ugly stick is in rough shape. This is a Shimano Net Save spinning reel. I got more of a glide or wake bait on here. See if something will come up and hit it top water. That's what I'm hoping for. See if I can get top water blow up. Might swing y'all around. It's not running in right. All right, Edward. Take care, buddy. Hey, Coastal. I ain't gonna be long. I'm on back to the house to check on the clothes and hopefully wash a few dishes. Alright, I'm gonna put this up. I don't think anything's gonna hit top water. Go back to the Texas rig I was using before, make a few casts and see if we get anything. And possibly head to the house after that. I'm almost at, I'll be just over the 2-hour mark by the time I get this one in. I would love to end on a fish, but it ain't looking promising, y'all. Lunch break. Actually, I got a fish on, I believe. Yep, fish on. There he comes. I do get the end on the fish. Second, y'all. I'll be right back. I got to see if I got a pair of pliers in my truck. That guy swallowed that hook deep in there. Well, I got him off. Let's get him back in. Come on, buddy. Take off. There he went. He kicked. Whew. I was actually scared that he wouldn't take off on me. All right, y'all. I've had a fun 2 hours of fishing. Like I said, unfortunately, I do need to Unfortunately, I do need to get back to the house, do a few chores before I go to work tonight. Help Coastal out some. Be a good hubby. But until next time, y'all have tight lines. Thank you for being in here. 55 thumbs up. That has been awesome. Best I've ever had. Anyways, y'all take care. Bye. Let's see how I end up here.